안녕하세요. 스콜라입니다. 오늘로써 I can read Sleeping Beauty 30일 읽기 도전 5일차입니다. 아자, 시작하겠습니다. I can read Sleeping Beauty Level 1, Chapter 1. A king and a queen lived together. The king and queen had no child. But then they had a baby girl. The kingdom was happy. The king and queen had a party. They asked the 6 fairies to come. Chapter 2. The 6 fairies came to the party. The king and queen welcomed the fairies. There was a lot of food at the party. The dishes were gold. The fairies had pretty cups. Everything was beautiful. The fairies were happy. There was a big sound. The bad fairy came. The bad fairy walked into the party. You asked my sisters to come. You didn't ask me, the bad fairy said. The queen was scared. But the queen welcomed the bad fairy. But there was no call for the bad fairy. The bad fairy was angry. Chapter 3. After the party, the princess came in. The princess smiled. The first fairy said, "My gift to the princess is happiness." "My gift is money," said the second fairy. "My gift is health," said the third fairy. "My gift is beauty," said the fourth fairy. "My gift is fun," said the fifth fairy. The sixth fairy was thinking, but the bad fairy came. "She will hurt her finger on a pin. She will die," the bad fairy said. But the sixth fairy said, "The princess will not die. She will sleep. A prince will kiss the princess. She will wake up." The bad fairy was angry. She left the party. The other fairies went home. They were sad. The king threw away all the pins. The pins were gone. The king was happy again. The king and queen were happy. The princess grew up. The princess was beautiful. Chapter 4. One day, the king and queen went on a trip. The princess went to a high tower. The princess saw the stairs. She went up. She went to the top. She saw a door. The princess opened the door. The princess saw an old woman. The old woman had something new. The princess did not see this new thing before. The princess went into the room. "What are you doing?" the princess asked. "I am working," said the old woman. "What is that?" "That is a pin." The princess touched the pin. The pin hurt her finger. The princess slept. The king and queen came home. They went to sleep. Everyone in the castle slept. Then a forest grew in the castle. The forest was very big. The princess slept, but people did not forget the princess. After many years, everyone forgot about the princess. Chapter 5. After many years, a prince came by the castle. The prince saw a small house. There was a man in the house. He was very old. What is that? The prince asked. It is a forest. There is a castle in the forest. A princess is sleeping in the castle. A princess is sleeping there? Did she sleep for a long time? Asked the prince. A long time, said the old man. Thank you, said the prince. The prince went to the forest. Chapter 6. The prince went close to the forest. The forest opened up. The prince went into the castle. The prince was surprised. Everyone was asleep. Everyone was sleeping. The prince went into the tower. A woman was there. The prince kissed her. Then everyone in the castle woke up. The princess opened her eyes. Will you marry me? The prince said. The princess said, Yes. The prince and princess got married. The prince and princess lived happily ever after. 이제 좀 안 틀리고 읽고 그랬으면 좋겠어요. 5일차 되니까 내용은 이제 알겠다. 이렇구나 라는 게 느껴졌는데 이로써 계속 영어 실력이 조금이라도 성장됐으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.